What's good, everybody? It is the Breakfast Crew podcast. I am Tenia. This is
Harvess,
and we are podcasting late at night. Well, it's not late. It's like 8 o'clock, almost 8:30 on a Monday. Today is January 23rd, 2023. The husband is not home.
It's all quiet.
It's quiet. And so we decided to podcast.
Too quiet.
Too quiet, yes. So we are coming to you from Central Texas, where we go to school and we live and we play and we eat. Again, you can find us on Instagram as the natural_crowknitter83. You can find her as, what are you on Instagram, friend?
My Life Gone Creative.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did change your name. My Life Gone Creative.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I mean, anyways. So, we have show notes. Yes. Haha. Let's see. We did the welcome intro. We did where we from, where you can find us, and where we live. We would also like to thank you, and...
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you 3 times over for everybody who has subscribed to the podcast in the last 2 weeks. We have had a little bit of a boom in our subscriber counts. Yes. Thank you, friends, for coming to see the shenanigans that we have going on. Because this one has shenanigans.
And so is my brother.
Well, he's not here and he hasn't been on the podcast, so he doesn't count.
I think he was one of them.
No. Was he? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, he was. Anyways, so let's get started. We're going to talk about FOs. We're going to talk about whips. We're going to talk about my 2023, yes, I don't know why that sounded weird, knitting, crocheting, crafting goals, and what she planned on doing in 2023, if anything's changing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk a little bit about life. Not too much, because I'm pretty sure not a lot of people want to hear about our life. But if you do, we'll save it to the end. So that way we can get all the knitting and the crochet and all that good jive out of the way. And then y'all can listen to the life stuff, right?
If they want.
If they want. Oh, you know what? I have 2 FOs and I left them on the mat.
I can take a picture.
I might have to take a picture. Or I could pause. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I have 2 FOs. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is the, what is this? The Cooler Side of Warm. It is a pattern by Espace Tricot. And it's a cowl. With...
Ghosts?
Don't have ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. Anyways. Actually, I do believe in ghosts.
Get out.
It has ribbing on the bottom. I did this. Okay, first. It's Spot Tricot, the Cooler Side of Warm, worsted weight yarn. This is Wolfenite by Montana Crochet. This is garnet, amethyst garnet, almondine garnet. It's a garnet. And Montana Crochet worsted, and this was part of her Gemstones of Montana year subscription during the year of COVID, and she had to stop because she didn't have enough worsted weight to supply everybody with what they needed. So basically, sorry for the ruffle. It smells great because I use some soap to wash it. So this is how it looks.
Ducky is all better.
And I love it. I love the color. I might wear it tomorrow because it was 30-something degrees this morning. And it'll probably be 30-something degrees tomorrow morning when I go to work because I have to work tomorrow. I digress.
For money.
Not for money, but...
It is for money.
I'm getting money to work, but it's not for money. They're short, and so they need somebody to pick up a shift, and so I'm picking up a shift. Either way, It has ribbing at the top, which you may or may not be able to see. I will take pictures, maybe, and I will let you see it. And so that's the first one. This is my Tunisian crochet boomerang shawl. Yep, I'm covering your face. Boomerang shawl. This is Suburban Stitcher, her Merino DK and Holly Jolly, which is a Christmas color. This is don't do it. We podcasting, friend. This is Barton Spring by Hazel Knits, and this is Tunisian crochet. It looks knitted, yes it does, but it's crochet. And this design is by Miss Lori of Aklori Designs. She's based out of Arizona. She's coming out with a book, and so I tested this pattern for her and me and 2 other people. So it's done. It's a little shorter than everybody else's because my yardage was shorter than what other people had used. But it's okay. I mean, I like it. I mean, I can still wrap it around my neck and go about my business. It'd just be a cute little shawl, not a big, huge shawl. I wrapped like 5 times. Okay, what have you finished, friend?
Oh. Okay. So, let's see where I started.
Come on.
Right here. So, I made this, so I sometimes make like random people from my mind because it looks really cool. And her name is Adorn.
Her name is what? Abayomi?
Yeah, Abayomi.
Abayomi, okay.
And she is the bringer of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
She's like a clown kind of entertainment for like the kids.
Okay. So is she from like what kind of area? Is she Asian inspired? African inspired?
She's African American.
Oh, she's African American. Okay, so her name comes from where? Where her name originates from? Like, is it African? Is it... Hold on while we look up the information. It's Nigerian. I thought so. But it says it's a Nigerian masculine name of Yoruba, origin meaning my enemies tried to mock me, but God didn't allow them. Abayomi.
Hold on, this one was different.
Well, it's from the Yoruba tribe.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you can name a girl Abayomi. Yeah, see? It says it's Nigerian masculine.
Yeah, Nigerian.
Well, this one says Abayomi could be an Egyptian name. Similar to... Stop scrolling. Similar to... I don't know. But similar to these Egyptian names. So... It's Nigerian. Abayomi, meaning my enemies tried to mock me, but God didn't allow them. Okay, cool. So you did Bringer of Happiness. Okay. And what else?
One of my friends gave me an art idea.
Okay.
And it's called 212 Raph beating up Mikey, but 218 Mikey beats up Raph.
Okay, show me.
So the top one is number 1, and the second one is where 2018 Mikey is about to strike down on Raph. It was really funny. And then I made female version of Donatello and Michelangelo.
Okay.
Of where Donatello says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And Mikey says, "How come we don't have tails?" Because in the show we don't see the tails.
Turtles don't have... Oh, yes, they do.
They do. I guess they just didn't put it in the show.
I guess not. I don't know. They didn't make them with tails, period.
Sure. This one is from DDLC.
What's DDLC?
Dougie
Oh,
Dougie
yeah.
Miniature Club.
Okay.
It's like for short.
Yeah. I remember you did that last time.
Mm-hmm. And then there's an episode of Raph being scared of cockroaches.
Huh. So you drew your interpretation of him being afraid of cockroaches?
Yep.
Funny.
And here's Amanda with Wooly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Dora horror game.
Dora?
Mm-hmm.
Like Dora the Explorer?
Yep.
Huh.
So instead of being called Dora the Explorer, it's called Amanda the Adventurer.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of that before.
And so I practiced making Wooly. And fun fact about Wooly, he is allergic to apples.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep. But Amanda doesn't allow her because in the game she says, that's okay, you can never be afraid to try something new.
So she wants him to eat the apples?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We're not eating apples if we're allergic.
Exactly. And here's another one that I drew in school, then I finished it at home. I made a TikTok video about this, where someone was like talking me through about like meeting a girl, me and my girlfriend.
So if you made a TikTok video, you're going to have to send it to me so we can put it in.
I will.
Can't believe you're getting so worked up about some guy.
This one is different. He's honest and he's sweet.
Please.
He would never do anything to hurt me.
He's a guy.
Then I found a video where like the turtles were spinning, and I was like, hey, I can draw it.
Oh.
But I have to like draw it sideways so it can like be like wider.
Yeah.
Then Mikey's in the back.
Dancing?
Spinning.
Spinning.
And as I said, Donnie and Mikey are like the youngest ones.
I think they were all, I don't know.
But
I was going to say, I think they all were born at the same time, but they might not have been. I think they were, though.
Then here's Donnie saying, "For now on, me and Mikey are gonna be females from now on." And
aren't they already females?
No. So Donatello made like an accident explosion.
Oh.
And Mikey was in it, but he like did it on purpose.
Oh.
Well, an accident actually.
Okay.
Because he was like bumping into everything.
Okay.
And so here's Mikey playing on his T-phone.
His who phone?
So they called it the T-phone, which is like the turtle phone.
Oh, okay, like the bat phone. Got it.
Oh.
That's the phone Batman answers. He answers the bat phone.
And on the bottom is where the female Donatello's like in the Santa asylum.
I was about to say, yeah, she looked like she in a padded room.
Here's a human version of Donnie and Mikey.
Ronnie, Ricky, and Mike. Okay, sorry. That's new edition, y'all. Just saying.
This one is so this was like a fandom called Suicide Mickey.
Okay. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're leaning back like. Just hold it up like this. Use that core. Suck it in.
When it was nighttime and I had my lights on, I was picturing like some stuff in my head and I thought it would look cool to draw it. But when you like draw something that's from your head, it doesn't look exactly how you want it.
Like how your head saw it? Uh-huh.
Yes, like this. I was so in my head, I was thinking, hey, I could draw Mikey making like some pastries.
Okay.
It looked cool in my head, but when I drew it out, it was like, when did I draw this?
What did you draw? Oh, that's actually not bad.
Oh.
I mean, that's not bad.
And then this one is the side of me.
The who?
The side, the little side of me.
Like your conscience?
Yes.
Like the good side, the bad side?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, the who are you? Okay.
And then the other one is Donnie saying, aw, shucks.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one still says, this looked cooler in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like Like you possess Mikey.
Sure. What else we got?
I drew a woman with spaghetti hair.
Oh, I remember this. This is a good one.
And like I put some sauce on her hair just to like make it like tomato sauce.
Sauce.
And some tomato earrings.
I would say they look like olives, though.
You do?
Yeah, they look more like... Oh, I didn't see the point. Okay. And what are these? What are those?
Oh, it's like those leaves to put on the spaghetti.
Oh, basil.
Oh, basil.
Okay.
And I never gave her a name, but I did make her like in my old sketchbook. I never gave her a name yet. Can y'all decide what name I should call her?
Oh, so Harvess just want y'all to name her drawing.
What should I name this girl?
I'm interested to see what they would say.
Me too.
Yeah. Anything else?
I finished drawing this in school, where it's like having a sleepover.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the girl out in the last picture.
Mm-hmm.
She's like being like all self-conscious and stuff, being all nervous.
Oh, okay.
And this is her brother.
Okay. The brother having a sleepover with a bunch of girls?
Mm-hmm. But this one is non-binary.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the brother. The brother don't have sleepover with girls.
No, like,
Well,
so...
They shouldn't.
So basically, he's like having a sleepover, but not having one.
So he's there because he lives there.
Yes.
But he's not actually...
Hanging out
with them.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
It's at their house.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you back up a little. Well, come over this way. There you go.
And so... Abayomi is like getting all excited because she can't wait. And then this one's, and then I named her X.
X.
And X. Then.
Did you write her name down?
I did. It was an X-E-N.
X-E-N.
Mm-hmm.
Zen?
All I did was search non-binary names, and that one popped up.
Oh.
And so they said, I'm just here for the food.
That would be me.
And I showed this to my friends, and they was like, relatable.
Feed me. Yes, always.
And so here's female Mikey dancing like a ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it.
Okay. That's a lot of finished objects you guys did, Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm very busy at school.
I apparently not doing work.
I do my work first.
Oh, okay, all right.
Do my work first.
Okay. Do you have anything you're working on, or you finish basically everything? I think you finished everything.
And then here it is.
Oh.
I was trying to make Oswald.
Who?
Oswald. It was like that bunny before Mickey came out. Oswald the bunny.
Huh.
Or the rabbit.
Okay.
He had like blue shorts.
Blue. That's right here? That's what you're looking at?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Blue shorts. I'm going to have to look him up. And when I look him up, I'm going to have to put a picture in because I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's like very old.
Oh, okay.
And that was it.
Well, let me run through my whips so that you can talk about your first week of cookie season. And then if you want, you can bounce into your room. Okay. All right. So what I have, I'm working on my boyfriend top still. And it's coming along. I like where it's going. So, what in the world? Oh, okay. So, reminder, my boyfriend top is in my Bags by Awesome Granny bag. And this is what it's looking like. So, I have the back on stitch holders on my barber cords that I can't find. Oh, my word. Oh. What in the app? Okay, here it is. I'm good. Okay, here's the back. And the barber cord is on the back. I have barber cords on my right. These are cords that you put. These are cords. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. These are cords that are silicone and silicone rubber, and you put them on a needle like this. Mm-hmm. And then when you have to put stitches on holes because you need to work one side of your project, you slide the stitches onto this cord. And because it's silicone, it kind of doesn't move too much on the cord so it doesn't slip off. And you can save it. So when it's time for you to work the stitches again, you slide them back onto your cord and you work whatever you need to work. So I'm working on my left front panel. I've done my decreases to create the V-neck shape of the front. And now I'm supposed to work 2.5 inches up. Once I finish that, I'll move over to the right side. So I'm making good progress. This is it upside down. So this is the left side and this is the right side. This is the front. And I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
Yep. So that's 1. 2, I have my Advent shawl. I bought an Advent, as y'all know, by Pretty Twisted Yarn, Miss Teresa. And I'm in the middle of a row, wouldn't you know. But here I've added day 11. So yes, I am so far behind, but it's okay. This wasn't a knit every day kind of thing. This is a knit as I go, and I'll pick it up and go about my business. Now, what I thought about doing was ripping it out and crocheting a shawl, but I like this way too much, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna take my time. It's okay. I'm not in a rush. But here's day 11, and I'm sorry with the overhead light. It's kind of weird bright. And I like it. So that's Pretty Twisted Yarns Advent Calendar. It's in my Black Pearl Magic bag. And I am moseying along on it. Next up, I started one of the projects on my Make 9 that I'm going to talk to y'all about. Where? Oh, here. I'm like, where is it?
When you're finished, can I tell you about my dream I had? Is
it appropriate?
Yes.
Okay. So this is in my unicorn bag by Paisley Ducks. I don't know if she's sewing bags anymore, but this is my friend Anna. I'm doing the crochet sea glass tee. So here's what I did. I ordered some very pretty, very not moody, but moody blurple. This is called Blurple. Blurple by Melissa of Hue-It-Hand Dye Yarns. This is actually showing up a little bit. I mean, that's pretty much true to color. Yeah. And I wanted this to be my main color. And I'm using Gem Luxe Fibers Advent yarn to do the contrasting color. So what I did was I wound 2 cakes. 1, 2. This is the odd days. So this is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, so forth. And this is the even days. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so forth. So this is day 24 on the outside. This is day 25 on the outside. And so I'm going from the center because I am a center pull girl. And I'm not alternating. I did a big wonder ball, and this is the progress. It's not a lot. This is the collar that's supposed to be folded down and whip stitch. Don't think I'm going to whip stitch it, but it is 1 by 1 crochet color work, and I have to admit, y'all, I am not liking this. I'm not liking it. And it's because it's 1 by 1 color work crochet. Even if it was 1 by 1 color work knitting, I probably wouldn't like it. I have to hold my yarn differently, but I want the project. So I will go through the motion to get the project. At least mentally, that's what I'm telling myself right now. We'll see how long it lasts, because right now, I absolutely dislike it. I don't hate anything. Well, I hate two things in this world. I'm not going to say what it is.
It's the cruise line. Sorry. Just excited.
Anyways, so next is my Briochexplosion shawl by Stephen West. I am making progress on it. Let's see. For someone who get up early, you show yawning a lot.
Yep.
So I have finished the third section, I believe, and I'm working on the first repeat of the fourth section. This stitch marker is where it was at last time. And this is the back. So what I'm doing is every section you have to repeat row 3 and row 4. And you go to the next section. What I'm doing to make mine bigger is I'm increasing my repeats every section. So like this past section, I did 5 repeats. The section before, I did 4 repeats. This section, I did 6 repeats, or I'm going to do 6 repeats. Next section, I'm going to do 7 repeats, because you're supposed to do 3 repeats. And then because I'm adding the extra repeats and I want more of the color in the yarn or in the project, I'm taking the yarn, the contrasting color from the previous the previous section, and I'm doing 2 repeats of the new section. Yes. So I can have more color and use more yarn. Because I feel like I'm not using any yarn at all. But I'm probably using a lot of yarn. And I just don't see it. So that's the Briochexplosion. And then, alright. So instead of talking about my Make 9, which is what I'm going to do, let's quickly talk about Harvest's first week, almost full week of cookie selling. Because we have a booth tomorrow on Tuesday. Which y'all probably won't see this until tomorrow, but we have a booth on Tuesday. So we had 2 booths on Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was a total success.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, that Family Dollar,
was
it was
bust.
It was a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
We only got 1 customer.
Mm-hmm. They bought 2 boxes of cookies.
And the rest, it was just no one. We saw like 2 people get out of the car and saw us. I waved and say hi. They smiled back. When they got out, I felt some type of way because they ignored us.
Yeah, which happens all the time, and you just have to go, okay, well, whatever, and keep it pushing. Yep. So we started selling on Wednesday, the 18th of January. She had good people. She had some returning people that bought cookies on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you're going to yawn off the camera.
Sorry.
Okay. And then Saturday, we sold cookies at 2 booths. I think she had one lady that bought 3 cases of cookies from her, which was 36 cookies? Yes, 36 boxes of cookies at $5 a pop. We quickly made $180, and it was great. We went to Family Dollar for our next booth, didn't do so well. And then Sunday, we booth as a troop. So all 4 girls, we did a drive-through booth. So you drove up to your car. The first table you saw was me. And that was me telling you what you wanted. Like, I gave you these little cards. It had the cookies on them. You mark in the box whether you wanted 1, 4, or 10. And then I took your payment, and then you drove to the next table, which had all of the cookies. It kind of worked out. Like, we did it last year and it worked out fine. They started it for COVID because they didn't want people being too close to each other. And this year it kind of is working out, but it's kind of not working out. But anyways, we sold a bunch of cookies then too. So tonight I had to work. Tuesday I have to work a half a shift, but we're going to booth at Walmart Markets, which is, some people don't have this, so let me explain what it is. Walmart has, its normal store, and then it has a market just so you can get like your quick groceries and stuff.
And it's green.
If you needed anything, and all Walmart's green?
No, the other ones are blue.
It's blue, that's right.
The one that we have is green.
Yeah, so the Walmart Market, which you just grab your, your quick, oh my God, I forgot some potatoes for this meal. That's where you go instead of having to go all the way to the big Walmart and have to deal with all the extra stuff. So we will be selling cookies at the Walmart Market down the street from us tomorrow night from 5 to 8. So that's a 3-hour booth. And then I work Wednesday and Thursday. I'm off Friday. And then we have booths on Saturday. And it looks like other girls in the troop want a booth on Saturday as well. So I'll be putting them in for some booths on Saturday. So we already have 2 on Saturday. And they're going to get like 1 or 2 apiece. And then I have a slumber party because my birthday is Tuesday the 31st of January. The best day ever. And I'll be coming back Sunday from Leander, which is a town like maybe an hour and a half away. And we're going to booth on Sunday. So her dad is going to take her to a 12 o'clock booth. And then I'm going to take her to a 2 o'clock booth because we have to get rid of these cookies. If you hit the booth hard the first 2 weekends, you have a better chance of getting your goal than you do if you wait the first 2 weekends and try to hit the booth hard the last 2 weekends. Because at that point, nobody wants cookie. Then if they do want cookie, it's because, oh my God, I forgot it was cookie season and blah, 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 blah. So we still got a 3,000 box cookie goal. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Bunny. Llama.
So you were watching horror movies before I came in. You can go watch this in your room now.
Where? About my dream.
Oh, yes. Tell us about your dream.
So.
Again, make it appropriate.
I will.
Okay.
And it is. And so I went to bed at 9:05 because I almost fell asleep while watching TikToks. And so I said, you know what? If I'm about to fall asleep, then I might as well go to bed.
Okay.
And so when I was dreaming, I was walking home from school.
Mm-hmm.
I got the mail, walking to my house. Mm-hmm. But then I saw like some car pulling up to our house.
Okay.
And it was like on the
garage.
On the garage.
Like the driveway?
Yes, the driveway. And so it was like some random car. It almost looked like yours, but like more different.
Okay.
And so I saw 2 people in there. Both of them were girls. One was black and one was white.
Okay.
And so I tried to hurry up and open the garage door, then close it. Mm-hmm. And when it was like almost shut, they get out of the car and try to hurry up and get inside. And so I rushed in the house. Mm-hmm. I grabbed my pink bat.
You're okay.
Because I still have it.
We have to show what the pink bat looks like. No, finish telling the story first.
And so I grabbed my pink bat that I had when I was young. Mm-hmm. And so they got in the house. I wait quietly. Mm-hmm. I got out of my room quietly since I have 2 doors. Mm-hmm. I waited patiently like I'm home alone in that movie.
Okay. And
so I was waiting behind the wall next to the kitchen.
Okay.
And so I held my bat up just to get ready. And when the black girl was about to look because they heard a sound, bop, concussion. And then the other girl went to look because she somehow got worried and said, "Hey, what's going on?" Bop. And then they blacked out. Okay. And so did I for some reason. So I'm in their point of view.
Okay.
And so then I tied them up. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I woke up, and when I checked the time, it was 1:45 in the morning.
That's when you woke up?
Yep.
Okay.
And that was it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
I was a little bit frustrated that I woke up at 1 because when I fell asleep at 9, that was 10, 11, 12. That was 3 hours.
Good, give or take, yeah. Almost 4 hours of sleep.
Or 5 if 9 counts.
No. It doesn't.
So I got it's like 3 or 4 hours of sleep.
Okay. Did you go back to sleep afterward?
I did.
Oh.
I went back to sleep at 3.
Oh. Oh, God. Okay. And then had to wake up at 6:30.
No, woke up at 4. Now waited till 5 to get dressed. Then made myself some bacon after you left.
Okay.
And I got all my stuff packed and went to school.
Oh. I don't know. You got weird sleep hours. I would probably suggest you stop watching horror movies.
It wasn't a horror movie.
No, just listen.
Okay.
I would suggest you not watch horror movies or stop watching horror movies during the weekday.
Okay.
Because you gotta go to school. So that's, I don't know. I would do that. Maybe we can try you on some melatonin so you can sleep longer, because your sleep is being interrupted. And instead of laying down and staying laying down, you're getting up and, moving around. So now your body's awake.
Maybe we
Most
should get
people,
melatonin.
well, yeah. Most people would say, I like my sleep. I'm one of them. I love my sleep. I would rather be sleeping, especially if I can get some more sleep. But anyways, okay. That was interesting. The Baah concussion was it for me. Okay.
Remember for the joke of the day?
I don't know, but you want to tell everybody see you later before you dip out?
What did the people wear in England?
What
shirts did people wear in England?
White shirts?
No.
Black shirts?
No.
Purple shirts?
No.
British shirts?
Nope.
I don't know.
T-shirts.
Girl, go away. Yeah, it was cute. Anyways, so I'm going to hurry up and try to get through this because it's now 9 o'clock and I want to knit. Actually crochet. I'm going to crochet. So my make 9 is a mixture of crochet and knit garments. And I'm excited about this because I'm trying to stash down. I'm trying to stash bust. I'm trying not to bring more yarn into the house and let all of the yarn go into projects. So I made a make 9. I'm not sure if I'm going to put up pictures. I probably will. I'll put up pictures of each project so y'all can see what I'm going to do. So first on my make 9, well, they're in no order, but if you look at my Instagram page, going from top left and going to the right, you will see the crochet sea glass tee is on that. So I have already started one of my make 9. The Stripes of Joy is by Tiff Nealon. It's a worsted weight sweater. It's literally a scrappy striped sweater. So, it's huge color blocking. So, each yarn I'll have to figure out the pattern in which I want to do the yarn, the sequence, and then I think it's knit from top to bottom. God, I hope it is, because I hate knitting bottom up. But if it's top to bottom, start with the top and knit my way down. You have I think it's just stockinette stitch in the round, or knitting in the round basically. And each block of color is broken out by one color, and I believe that's in like an eyelet like pattern. Yeah, that sounds right. More eyelet than lace. So I'm excited about it. So here's the yarn I'm using. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I think one out of the January through September, I think I did. January through September, I did her gemstone, the Montana gemstone subscription. and I didn't get October, November, and December because the supply and demand during COVID, right? So out of those 2 months, or out of those few months, I only got 2 months where I got one color because the inspiration was just like, I don't know if I want to invest and get two skeins, but the other ones I did. So in no particular order, I have, this is going to be real hard to hold up. I feel like RO of RO Knits. If y'all know who that is. Okay. So this is all of the worsted weight that I have for Montana Crochet from her. And some of them have two. This is the only one that's a single skein. But this has two. These two are two. And this one, of course, is my favorite because it's purple. And these. And then these. And then I still have like a half a skein of the Wolfenite that I used for that other project. So that's going to be my Stripes of Joy. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with all this worsted weight yarn. And then I was watching the Michigan, the makers. I don't remember the name of the podcast, but she's like Michigan. She's in Detroit, some subdivision of Detroit. M1 Yarns. There it goes. I knew it would come. M1 Yarns in the Michigan Makers podcast. There it goes. And she had made a Stripe of Joy. And I was like, that's what I'm doing with all of this worsted weight. So that's what I'm doing. Stripes of Joy. Next one is the V-Back Tee by Jamie Hoffman. Everybody know what the V-Back Tee look like. Apologize again. I'm going to use my Halloween countdown from Chicken Coop Dye Works. So these are DK weight, but her minis were 18. Was it 18? And it was fingering weight. I don't think it was 18. It was like 10 or something like that. I had got 12. 12 92 yard skeins of superwash merino and nylon. So I'm going to use the Halloween minis that I got from Chicken Coop Dye Work to make my V-Back Tee. And I'm going to use this Halloween bag. Yes, whenever I do it, I'm going to use it. And who's going to tell me I can't? Nobody. And that's what I'm going to do for my V-Back Tee. Now, all of these, I don't really have an idea what I want to make yet. I mean, what yarn I want to use. But for the most part, I have an idea. The Mount Pleasant top, it's a knit crop top by Pippin Pin. And I've been wanting to use this yarn. I bought this yarn specifically for the Mount Pleasant top. It's by Macy of Mace of Skein. It's on her club base, which is a fingering 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon, 400 yards, 100 grams. And this is called Early Bird. Your girl gonna be bright. And the Mount Pleasant top. Because I look good in anything, y'all. And that is bright. So it had it Early Bird. I'm assuming it's because, you know, sunrise, sunset kind of thing. Early bird gets the worm kind of thing. This early bird is going to be a Mount Pleasant top kind of thing. So that's what that's going to be. French press cardigan is a crochet cardigan by Tony Lipsy of TLY Yarn Crafts. I have 5 skeins of this tweed DK yarn by Beachy Breeze Fibers. And I am going, going to be hard to hold. And I hate this light, y'all, so I'm sorry. Beachy Breeze, I'm going to use this green tweed to make my French press cardi. I should have enough. This is 231 yards of superwash merino, 85%, 15% Donegal nip 4-ply DK. This is her tweed DK, and this is in the color Nature's Path. I bought this when she was doing a fundraiser for, I think it was the Red Cross during Snowvid, when Central Texas literally froze to death because the power went out when we had an ice storm, and she so graciously donated money to, I believe, again, it's the Red Cross, so people could, you know, not go without food and stuff during Snowvid. So of course I was on a no buy then, and I told my husband, well, I have to buy because she's fundraising for the state that we live in. Like, I have to buy. She lives in Connecticut, y'all. She fundraised for Texas. I'm buying. So that's the French press cardigan. I also want to do the party top. Actually, you know, I do have the yarn for the party top. I think it's a DK weight yarn. I think it was done with Hedgehog Fibers DK weight. I think I know what yarn I want to use. I bought it from a yarn store in Waco. I think I want to use that one. I will put a picture of it in here. There's a sweater called Siegfried. Oh, the party top is by Abby Knits. There's a sweater called Siegfried Sweater. It's by Justina Srock. S-R-O-C-K. Is it Srock or Rock or Sock? I don't know. But she's not American. I don't know if she's like Lithuanian but she's European. I know that much. And I think it's an Aran or worsted weight sweater. I have lots of Cascade Aran. I did a yarn crawl one year, won a bag of Cascade Aran from one of the stores, and I haven't really used any of the yarn yet, so I think I'm going to use that for that sweater. Also, the Granny Stripe Cardigan by Hannah of the Cozy Cottage Crochet podcast. If y'all have not watched her podcast, y'all need to. She is bomb.com. She's a pastor of a non-denominational church where everybody is welcome. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. And she also is a crochet designer, a crochet maker, and a knit maker. Her jive knit turkeys is socks. She can bang out some socks, y'all, on 9-inch circulars. Like, I can't. I like magic loop and DK weight socks, so you will never catch me, probably ever, never making fingering weight socks again, because I've discovered DK weight socks. I digress. So she has a granny stripe cardigan. It's in rainbow colors. It is beautiful, and she wore it to Rhinebeck. I believe I have a picture of me and her in my Rhinebeck video, but I want to make one of those. I think it's fingering weight or DK weight. I think you can do both of them. I was thinking about doing DK weight because I don't think I'll have enough fingering to do fingering weight. Like, I have minis, but I don't think I'll have enough minis to do the fingering weight. And then I want to do the Nanamo cardigan, which is a cardigan that Jen of Boston, not Boston Jen, that's her Instagram handle, Jen of the Downseller Studio. She's made like 3 of them. I know I've said it before. I think I've said it on my Vlogmas that I was going to make this cardigan, but it's on my Make 9, so y'all about to see the yarn again. So this company went out of business. I bought 6 of the main colors, 6 of the gray charcoaly color, and then 4 of something with a little contrast. Y'all, I'm not a pink fan, but this was way too good to pass up. So I'm going to make the Nanamo cardigan, and that is knit. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5 are crocheted garments. And I'm happy about that. I'm excited about that. I'm happy about that. I'm definitely going to put each and every item up here, but I want y'all to know that crocheting garments is a thing. It's a thing. Y'all need to get into it. Y'all need to be about it. Y'all don't have to do it, but just know it's there. Because I feel like we be the redheaded stepsister of the doggone yarn fiber crafting world. Like, crochet is a thing. Give it this prop. We do for something, right? I think I'm going to cut this short because it is already at 52 minutes and I'm tired and I want to do some crocheting myself. So I will be back tomorrow, Tuesday. So I'm back, everybody. I'm without my better half, and that's because she's in school. It is almost 3:30 here in Central Texas on Tuesday, January 24th. If y'all know anybody who got a birthday today, tell them happy birthday, because apparently I know like 7 people who has birthdays today. One of them being Rachel. She is one half of the, We Have Yarn for That podcast. So y'all reach out to her on Instagram. She is Beaches and Baubles, and wish your girl happy birthday. Another one is a very good friend of mine who lives here in Texas. We are both Cowboys fans. Apparently, we are both Aquarius because her birthday is today and mine is in 7 days. Yo, I will be 40 in 7 days. Yeah, I'm happy about this. Welcome, 40. You've never seen a better 40-year-old club. You just won't. And then my aunt, her birthday is today. My aunt on my dad's side birthday is today. And then my second cousin, which I call aunt, her birthday is today too. So shout out to all the January 24th babies. Happy birthday. I wish you well. Many blessings upon blessings. This year is going to be great because y'all are here making today possible. So I am back to basically talk about life stuff. What I've been reading, what I've been watching, what's been going on at work, what's been going on at home life. So the week after we put up our first New Year podcast, my husband's uncle and his brother came to visit because the brother birthday was on the 12th of January. The uncle birthday was on the 14th of January. So the uncle came from Baltimore. The brother came from, I think he lives in Greenville, North Carolina. And they had a ball. My husband looks just like his brother. It's not from his mom's side, it's from his dad's side. His dad had 7 kids, 2 boys and 5 girls. And I will post a picture because he looked just like his brother. He's literally 40-something days younger than his brother. My husband is. My brother-in-law was born in January on the 12th of 77, and my husband was born on March 1st of 77. Just saying. So let's see. I have finished. Let's talk about what I read. I finished reading the Crave series. The last book in that series was called Court. It was a really good series. If you have kids, teenagers who like fantasy and drama and he say she say and there was a little bit of LGBTQ going on in there as well. It wasn't like bam in your face. It was a little subtle, but it became progressively more noticeable throughout the series, and I enjoyed it. I want to start Black Cake and Down Home Blues. So most of y'all don't know, but some of y'all do know if you follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to join a group of sisterhood. If you kind of know what that means, okay. If you don't, I will fill y'all in once I get the A-OK and the process has been approved. But I was invited to this book club, and it was for this book called Down Home Blues, which is written by someone named Phyllis something. It is about 2 people, I think it's a brother and a sister, or a brother and a brother, who like one had this picture perfect life and ended up shambling because they got a divorce, and the other one was just like trying to make it. Either way, they found out they have Caribbean roots, and that's all I know because I haven't read the book. I just read a little clip of the synopsis because I was supposed to join another group of amazing ladies on a Zoom book review, and I missed it because I had to work. Black Cake, I don't know what it's about, honestly. I don't remember. And I'm not going to try to remember because I can just put it up here, or I can just link it and y'all can go find out. But it sounds interesting. Or maybe I'm confusing Black Cake. Anyways, I'm not. So that's what I either have read and want to read. What I've been listening to. Okay. I am a girl who likes podcasts, as we know. I started listening to this audio podcast called Murder with My Husband. If you like true crime, if you like My Favorite Murder, Small Town Dicks, those kind of true crime stuff, you will probably like Murder with My Husband. It's about this girl. Apparently she's from Idaho. I don't know if they still live in Idaho because they did 2 podcasts about a murder, one in Pocatello, Idaho, and the other one from Rexburg, where those 2 kids were killed by their parents and her new husband and all that kind of stuff. Tylee and JJ, or Tylee and a little boy with the name Jay, who wasn't actually her son. He was like her nephew that she adopted. Anyways, I will tangent. The podcaster, the host, the female, Peyton, she loves true crime. Like, true crime is her thing. She likes more of the psychological aspect of true crime, like the forensics, the psychoanalytic stuff. Her husband can't stand it. But listening to this podcast, you can't tell he doesn't like it. Like, he seemed interested, he seemed enthralled, he seems like, oh, what's happening next? Like, you could tell he's sitting on the edge of his seat. But he's like, he hates true crime. I'm like, how can you? You sound like you like it. Either way, it's fine. You should listen to it. I listen to things on Google Podcasts, but you can listen to them on Spotify and Apple and iHeartRadio, probably. Know Your Caribbean. This is a new one to me. I haven't listened to an episode yet, but I'm going to. I do follow them on Instagram, though, and it's basically about history of Caribbean people, Caribbean culture, the countries, each countries. I'm sure, they talk about, I don't know if they talk about each individual country, but watching them on Instagram and following them on Instagram, they have a lot of information on different countries. I think at one point, for some reason, I don't know why, but they were posting about the Miss Universe pageants in like the 80s and the 70s and the 90s. And they were posting all the Caribbean countries and the beautiful women that were representing each Caribbean country. And there were some beautiful women. One of the women from Trinidad and Tobago, she represented Trinidad. And apparently, I believe she's still alive today. And I saw in one post that they say that she'll probably be at Carnival this coming February, will be masquerading at Carnival, which is great. And if you don't know what masquerading at Carnival is, it's basically, if y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all see me dressed up. It's basically, you dress up in beautiful colors, feathers, costumes, and you chip or you dance. They call it chipping down the road. And you listen to music. It's about love and life and unity of the country, the food. Oh, the food, y'all. God, the food. So, Know Your Caribbean. If you have Caribbean heritage, if you just want to know about the Caribbean culture, this is a podcast that you need to be listening to. Period. Okay, I won't do that. I have been watching some, I don't know what they call it now, video cast. I don't know who thought that was okay, but leave well enough alone. It's a podcast. It's okay. Meanwhile, at the castle, I like their podcasts. Their podcasts remind me of, they're like the American version of the Grocery Girls. Like, they're not related, but they both knit One of them dyes yarn. Her yarn dyeing company is Candy Shop because her colors are nice and bright, a little pastel-y, sometimes depending on the year. Probably like Easter, she'll have like a pastel-y color. Both of Mormon religion. They both live in Utah. Like, they remind me of the Grocery Girls of the United States. And I've been watching them, trying to catch up on them for a little while. Pearl in Texas, y'all know my girls. You know, Melissa, Elizabeth, and Miss Carrie down in San Antonio, Canyon Lake, and Kyle. They all live in 3 different places, but they will all meet at somebody's house to podcast. And I think they podcast like monthly, but I haven't watched anything. Well, I have recently, but I didn't watch their podcast in December because it was Vlogmas time. And you watch Vlogmas in December, period. It's something I made up. That's probably not a true statement. Cinematic Schemes, Tammy up in the North Dallas area, my girl. I caught up on all of her YouTube podcasts from the start of a trunk show on her birthday. And I'll never forget her birthday now because I know her birthday is December 3rd. That's when she had a trunk show. Yes. That sounds right. So I caught up on all of her stuff, and I don't know, watching podcasts when I've seen you post stuff about your whips or whatever was going on in your life on Instagram, makes it a little bit more interesting because you can kind of elongate or, you know, go in depth on your podcast, whereas you can't really do that on Instagram. So whatever. Cozy Up Knits, they started a MCAL in January. They are sisters from Canada, Alberta, British Columbia of Canada. I think that's right. That sounds right. I know they're from Alberta. No, they're from Alberta. Grand Prairie, maybe? Alberta, Canada. They say it every time they do the intro. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now. Either way. Of course, I watched my girl Chevy Rail Stuff podcast. It looks like she's going to be taking a break, y'all. I didn't watch this latest podcast, but I have to watch her on a Sunday. Like, I'll get up on a Sunday morning. I will make some coffee. I will sit and pull out my reclined couch, and I will stitch and watch her. Because she's just a person that I have to watch on a Sunday morning. I'm also cooking. Let me check on my meat. So, yeah. I have to watch her on a Sunday morning. And now that I know that she's taking a little bit of a break, I kind of don't want to watch. I don't want to watch. But I might. I might watch. I found a new to me podcast. One girl I follow on Instagram. The other one I don't, but I do now. Witchin_knitting_mama on Instagram has the Witchin_knitting_mama podcast on YouTube, so you can go find her. She reminds me of alt knits or alt knots. She's an alternative female. I love her vibe, everything about her, like her color, her persona that comes out through Instagram, and now on the podcast. Of course I'm going to watch her. Like, I tell her all the time, I probably wasn't considered alternative growing up, but I was probably alternative growing up, looking back on it. Most of the music that she listened to, the way that she dressed or dressed, some of the things I couldn't do because we just couldn't afford it. My mom wasn't into individuality. She didn't necessarily put me in this box, but I felt like I had to be in a box in order to portray a black woman, a black girl. Because apparently, you know, black girls don't listen to alternative, they don't get piercings, they don't listen to country, they don't date outside of their, like, they don't do all of these things, but we do. Just saying. So her, and then Stitches and Starlight. She's in New York. How did I find her podcast? I think I was watching the Black Knitters podcast. And there was a video below her podcast video, like, if you like this video, here's some other videos you might like, kind of thing. I think that's how I found her. Well, I'm watching her podcast. Yo, she has four podcast videos, maybe 5. She did a handful of Vlogmas videos, and she already got 5K viewers. How? Like, I don't want to know the secret. Like, I'm not trying to be... Like, I wouldn't mind hitting 500 subscribers, because right now we're at maybe almost 300. But you got 5K. How? Tell me the secret, girl. Either way, I was watching her podcast, and I think I might have heard her say something about nursing, so she too might be a nurse. We need to get together, girl. We need to get together. And she also looks like me. So, you know, I watch everybody. I don't discriminate on who I watch, when I watch, how I watch. But I enjoy watching people just as much that don't look like me, that do look like me. So I'm excited to see more of me in this community. I'm always excited to see more of me in this community, especially when you have friends that think that this community is just for YT people. I don't know why. Could it be because they are not exposed to that type of thing? Probably. Because honestly, until I got into the community, I didn't think it's something that black females did, or black males, or black anybody. I didn't think that was a thing. So it's good to see us. In the meantime, it is a 40-something degree weather right now, and it's going to get colder as the sun go down. It rained cats and dogs this morning, from the time I got up at 5:45 to about 12:30. It rained cats and dogs, and then the sun came out, but it's still chilly because it's windy. And so Harvess and I were supposed to be selling Girl Scout cookies today. Probably not going to do it, because as much as she want to hit her 3,000 box goal, I'm not willing to risk her health. So we will probably do an extra booth on Saturday. We're already doing 2. We'll just add another one. We'll do a 4 to 6 or something like that. I think, yeah, because we got a 12 to 2 and 2 to 4. We'll do the 4 to 6. Or we'll do, and we're already doing 2 booths on Sunday. At least that's the plan. So if we don't add an extra booth on Saturday, we will just do the 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. And then I'm off on my birthday, which is a week from today. But I don't think I want a booth on my birthday. And then I wasn't supposed to work on Wednesday, so I was planning on boothing on Wednesday, but I work on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. So it looks like we'll probably be doing 2 more booths on Saturday, next Saturday the 4th. And then 2 that Sunday, because I don't think I work that Sunday. Actually, I think I do work that Sunday, but I don't work that Monday. So we'll do a booth on Monday. Something like that. We'll figure it out. But I'm going to go and watch The Crown. That's what's on. I'm going to watch The Crown, finish cooking. I got some ground beef browning. That's it. I have ground beef browning. I have already fried the red and green peppers and onions and mushrooms, and we are having spaghetti for dinner tonight because I want spaghetti. Maybe I'll put some garlic on some bread and pop it in the oven, and we can have some garlic bread, but we'll see. Either way, do what you do, be who you are, and smile. Because somebody woke you up this morning and you're here to be present. Be present in the moment. It's a great moment. Peace out, Girl Scout.